Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Intelligence Mod's RPG a Day. Today is Friday, and our word prompt. So, yeah, I'm Theo,
I'm Clint.
and our word prompt is flavor. And the question we decided to go with is adding flavor to backgrounds of locations, NPCs, and characters. They introduced us. Clint, you get the first crack at answering this question.
So I have the flavor. It's actually not seasoning at all. It's like Diametris Earth or something. It like keeps bugs away. It just happened to be sitting near me. I'm like, it looks like flour. So I've seen a
Well
couple
played, good
videos
sir.
that brought up some stuff for characters that were like really good ways to build up like flavor to the background, which is instead of just making your character, um, it's come answer like three kind of I can't remember all three questions, of course, but like some simple questions like for a monk, who trained you? Or in general, where did you learn to fight? Because it is a very odd skill to gain suddenly. Like, where did you learn to fight? Um, if you're a wizardy spellcasty thing, a wizard who trained you in wizardry. If you're a sorcerer, when did you find out that you had like a connection to being able to cast these spells? If you're a religiousy type of character, like if you're that kind of paladin or that kind of cleric, because you don't have to be, um, where did you train in that sense? Where was your literal come to Jesus moment, um, or come to D&D Jesus moment? Stuff like that. Who were your parents? Did you have any siblings? Pathfinder, there's a book of first edition Pathfinder that had a bunch of questions that you could random roll into, which was just the entire this long background of your character that I really liked, which was it was like, do you have any are you it's like, are your parents alive? Where did you grow up? Do you have any siblings? Are they alive? Like, and then a few different life events or whatever. Were you in the
Oh.
military? Did this happen? Did you have any lovers? I think the Witcher campaign book does that as well. I think there's a whole section on basically asking those questions and having you answer them. So I think
Um,
sometimes, at least in the game I'm running, and I think a little bit in the game you're running for me, Ted. I think we're just playing our characters. There's really no depth that we've really I think Becca's character has a lot of depth as a character she's played before.
Becca, Emil, Riley, and you were the ones that really went like full on,
My
like had to
secret
like
my
build
secret
something.
my secret gave me a really good
Yeah.
background to like who I am
Um,
and stuff. So
Duke just was like, I'm gonna have fun with it, do this, and I was a
he's
little
just a
bit too
cleric. He's just
consistent.
That's all he is. He's just having fun.
Um, Nicole's just like, I want to play this race and this thing, have fun with it. It's like,
I
okay.
think she wanted to spread her wings and play a different type of character. So
Which is perfect, like, which is cool because
sometimes you don't freaking vibe with a character that you made. I have fully fleshed out full characters and went, I'm just not vibing with this right now. I'm not
yeah,
in the mood to
just
role
same here.
play, and that's a way that help you get in the mood of role playing is give them all of these, backgrounds and stuff. It doesn't have to be stuff you share. It could be just crap that only you know about, and it's the reason why you act the way you act. It just gives your own character depth. It's the same with
Well,
NPCs. You can literally answer all those same questions with characters for an NPC.
oh yeah.
Locations.
Well, so one of the cool things that they've like, I don't think so. D&D, Tasha's and Xanathar's actually have background tables now that you can use. You can roll off of. You can just kind of like flesh out your character's backstory and stuff like that, and have a little bit more fun with it, which is cool. Yeah, it can be fun, like for adding backgrounds to different things, like you mentioned locations. I have sat there and actually, yeah, I'll just use Icewind Dale as the example for that because it actually does that. There already is a lot of flavor in Icewind Dale because of the Dritz series. People
Hmm.
recognize that, and that's actually one of the secrets too, as an homage to the Dritz series. Is you are a Dritz fanboy, or fangirl, or fan person. You are a Dritz fan, and your thing you carry with you is a little piece is a piece of his cloak. As you met him, he helped fight off some stuff, and part of his cloak and you've kept it with you. And
This is ridiculous.
I'm like, this is a little bit of flavor there for this area that just makes it pretty great and entertaining. Yeah, I'll add in like little histories of some stuff, especially if I'm doing like if I made my own game, like things that players can find out through like, I want to learn about this. In my Strahd game, I've got a player who's like focused on books. He's focusing hard on books.
I have played that character, and I enjoy playing that character.
He's playing he's a warlock bard. He just took a level in bard. He wanted more spell slots to do more shenanigans stuff with.
Is this the Neralthotep guy or the Yellow King?
This is the Cthulhu warlock.
This is the Cthulhu warlock. So his love of books is ill informed.
His entire goal is to try and stop the awakening of the dream. That's what he calls Cthulhu the dream. Little does he know. In fact, he now follows our channel, so he probably will find out at some point. But I've been having fun with it, and I'll give him like some lore books to read and discover and find. And I've got another player. She loves Ravenloft. She's read the novels. She loves Strahd. She's read all the novels. She's known about the world for a long time. So I just keep throwing in little things and like flavor for locations or NPCs or backgrounds and just locations. And I'll just mention something from some of this and watch her face as she can't say anything in character. But out of character, she's having a fit because it's like, this is cool. Like I've got Irina Kolyana right now. I've got that character having like vision fits because she's seeing darken, collapsing, because that's what's happening right now in the game is Darken's falling apart because the Dark Lord's gone. So it's showcasing what happens when a Dark Lord is taken out and there's no one to actually do a replacement to. So it's just little fun there. And it's a lot of fun, but yeah, adding those little bits of flavor to people to kind of like.
Yeah, it's giving your NPCs actual names.
Yeah, giving them names, giving them like Dragon Heist does an amazing job of flavor actually. Chapter 2, after you get your bar, you have to go around to introduce yourself to everyone around and try and like build the bar up and do all this stuff. Little bits of flavor they added to the NPCs, like the gay couple that are blacksmiths.
Oh yeah, no, I remember those characters.
Yeah, it's like that's a little bit of flavor. Or the halfling family of acrobats.
Yep, I remember them.
Like all these little things that just kind of like make this area feel alive because you're trying to not just build like, oh, we have a place to like store stuff. It's no, you're starting a business. You're doing this. In fact, I had a friend of mine message me about, hey, are there any good books that help you like to run a business? And I went, oh, Dragon Heist. And he goes, we're playing that campaign. I went, oh, did you just get the bar? And he goes, yeah, I'm the head cook. I went, you're gonna have fun. I left it at that because I added a bunch of stuff. Like I actually bought and paid on DM's Guild extra stuff just to have for this chapter because I wanted to flesh it out. It's pretty much, are your players bored? Fireball the place.
That happened to ours. Yep.
That's because you guys got bored. Like you guys all said, okay, we're kind of like done here, and then I ended the session with.
I think you even killed one or two of those acrobats.
I did. I killed some of the halfling children, and you guys were all very upset with me for it. Because I added flavor to the entire thing, and you guys actually were like, oh, this is cool. We're making friends. We're doing all this, and just kind of enjoying it. And as a DM, I got to rip your guys' hearts out and crush them in my hands by killing some of them. And I could tell it actually worked, because like even you were like, that was cold, man.
Yeah. You made the unfeeling robot feel that something was cold.
My heart is not happy.
The one I keep in this jar. But yeah, I think that might be it for flavor. Just answer simple questions about everybody, everyone's name, who they're with, why do they do what they do, And it doesn't even, again, this is especially for GMs. Oh my gosh. If you have a GM that's homebrewing their own game, you don't know 10% of the crud that they've made up for their world that you'll never hear about. There's things in the campaigns that are pre-generated that we run that our players never find out about. They're literally in there just to be in there. Like
They're in there in case we decide to use it.
in Tyranny of Dragons, there's a dragon you end up fighting whose lover is a white ancient dragon that's in Icewind Dale, the Icewind Dale game. It's just this weird little piece.
It's in both campaigns.
It's just this weird little thing in there that never comes up in conversation or anything. Because that dragon, I mean, you could have the dragon show up. It'd be ridiculous to have an ancient dragon show up for level 5 characters that are also fighting an adult dragon. But it's just this one little piece of like, oh, that's neat. It's something that no one would ever really find out about. But yeah, but that's just for you. You can have your own little secrets of just that's all for you, you know.
And the best part about that little tidbit is he's in my Icewind Dale game. They met that dragon. When I said the dragon's name, he went on mute because he was laughing.
Yeah, well, you described her and then named her, and I started laughing like I know exactly who this is because you guys had just dealt with her boyfriend in my game, so
because and our games were like back-to-back weekends. So it was the weekend before I almost killed her boyfriend, and then in the weekend after he got to actually like deal with this crazy dragon. And like I can't wait for day 23 memory tell a fun gaming story because it's gonna be both hard and a lot of fun. Hard because keeping it down to one story because we have so many right now between some of our fun stuff, but just it's gonna be great. Like I'm excited for this RPG today. Set up this stuff. They got a lot of good stuff.
So for now though, I think we're done for today.
Yeah. So don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, a whole 9 yards. We'll catch you guys all on
Saturday.
Saturday when we talk about inspiration.
Because we couldn't think of anything for small.